I'm about to move over to my digital blackboard. I'm about to show you some stuff. When you actually get this,
All right,
you
so
will
we are
never be the same.
actually live.
And I'm glad I'm teaching this in January
All
of
right.
2024.
Yo, what is up?
In Genesis
I'm
chapter
Nikia. I
1,
am back.
verse number 1, it says, In the
It's
beginning,
a new segment I'm
God
starting
created
called Live at Lunch
and the earth.
in this mug.
First thing that
All
God
right.
established was what I call.
I just thought I'd go ahead and screen record and go live
See, here's what I
with
also know.
a couple
You've
things
heard me
I'm
teach
working
this before.
on.
But if you got it, you already be living it.
All right. This is a banner that's going to be hung from the balcony at church. It is actual size of the banner is going to be 7 foot by 3 foot, and but if you look on the screen here, you'll see that it's 42 inches. You see that it's 42 inches wide by about 16. Yeah, 42 inches wide by 18 inches tall.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That's Genesis 1.
And basically, what I like to do is I kind of downsize. Could I design this 70-inch, 72-inch wide banner as is in Photoshop? Yes, I could. But I like to give my computer a break when I can. And also, everything just happens faster. It's a lot easier to navigate, the page versus like you might have to do a little of that or zoom out a little bit too far. Like if I zoom out here, if I design this actually in 72 inches in order to see the entire banner, I would have to have it about right here. And I don't know how your eyes are set up, but I don't want to. I want to zoom in a little bit more and see the whole thing at a slightly larger scale. And also, it saves a lot faster. It's a smaller file when you get ready to upload. Sorry, I got a little Myron Golden in the background because it is lunchtime. It uploads a lot faster. So, like, if you're gonna send a document for print to a print shop, sometimes it's a little easier if got a smaller file that you're working with. So I just kind of cut it in half, and then so I ended up with this size. I am designing at 300 DPI. DPI means dots per inch. I pretty much design just about everything in 300 DPI. If you're designing for web, you don't always need as high of a resolution as you would need for print, but I just try to make everything high resolution anyway, because why not for especially if your computer can handle it, and it's like, why not? So, and when I say I'm giving my computer a break, it's not because my computer's whack. I just want to throw that out there. I just like to be kind to it. You take care of what takes care of you. All right, here we go. This is actually a template, like a little sample banner that I downloaded from Poster My Wall, and I'm actually gonna click this layer here. I just wanted to kind of use it for inspiration. I like the color blends and all that jazz. So I'm going to actually click on this layer over here where it says church service banner. I'm gonna click artboard from layers because I don't want to have to keep turning the layer on and off in order to see it in comparison to what I'm designing from scratch. So I'm gonna call this the inspiration. All right. I spelled that a little funky. Okay, so I created this as a artboard, and I'm gonna drag that up there. And now you see it's now I've got two separate images. Now, if you don't create artboard or separate your designs by doing like utilizing artboards or whatever, then you're going to end up having to turn this layer on and off, because ordinarily once you drag something outside of your design space, you cannot see it anymore, and that's why I created a artboard layer. Also, I like using artboards because it helps for like brand development. So, for example, let's say you're using Photoshop and you're designing a Facebook banner, and then you're designing something for lower thirds, and then you're designing I don't know, maybe backgrounds for PowerPoints or something like that. And you're designing all these different things, but you want to be able to see them all at the same time, even though they're going to be maybe slightly different, obviously different sizes. You can make your artboards different sizes in different orientations. They can change from portrait to landscape or square. There are different ways that you can set it up, and you can just kind of see everything. And also, it's easier to do it that way because you can just kind of copy and paste your logo from one to the other and make sure that there's some type of continuity there, that there's some type of like brand consistency. Like I'm really huge on it. I'm gonna get off my soapbox, but I just really don't like when you have like a church or an organization or a business and all the designs are just so mismatchy, like just mixed up, everything different, everything just totally, like, how can people follow your brand if everything that they see looks like somebody different? Anyway, enough. All right. I've recently upgraded my did the like updates to my Photoshop, and things are moved around a little bit, so bear with me a little there while I'm looking for my stuff. Here we go. Let's go to paintbrush. We're gonna come down here to add a new layer, and I'm gonna make this layer my gradients. Keep typing all janky. All right. Okay. I'm going to resize my paintbrush. Let's make it a little bigger, like 2480 pixels. All right, that's cool. That's a decent size. And then now I'm gonna go in and set the colors that I'm kind of aiming for. And these are like the colors we're gonna kind of rock with this year. So instead of that pink, I'm gonna use this teal color. Put a little of that over there. I see a little pink down here at the bottom. A little something, something there. Alright, I'm gonna duplicate this layer. I'm on a Mac, so I'm gonna hit Command J. That's a shortcut to duplicate the layer. And then with this copy, I'm gonna do a color overlay. Just to save a little time, I'll make that a slightly lighter color. And I'm gonna flip that around, which is gonna serve for my other side here. Just a little variation in the background. All right. And I'm actually gonna merge these layers. Cool. Now let's make a new layer, and I'm gonna make this layer with a little blue, but that's not the right blue. It's not on brand with our color palette for the year. That looks about right. By the way, you can look down here and see exactly what the shade is. I can kind of eye it, but if you're not sure, write down the numbers so you know that you're using the exact proper shade each time if you really want to go the professional route and stay on brand. All right. So we see we got a little dark there. So I'm going to put this there. Let's put that down there. Put that down there. Ooh. Say it, Myron. Okay. Mr. Golden be talking heavy. Here we go. There. And we're going to put that there. Here we go. And I think I'm actually going to bring this up a little bit higher because I'm going to make blue the foundation. I'm going to make that dark blue the foundation. So the way we do that is we just switch the layers. Like that right there. All right. And then I'm going to make another layer and come through with that cool gold color. Just a little bit dark. There we go. And it's popping. And actually I have it set to 70 instead of 100%. I should have set it to 100. I think I'd rather it be 100. Alright, and I'm going to pull that gold all the way down to the bottom. Wait for it, wait for it. No, it doesn't look like much of anything right now, but it's coming along. Alright, and let me see, we have 1, 2, 3, like 4 variations of colors in that design. And so you know what I'm gonna do is add in one more color for balance, and I'm gonna make that color green, like a nice cool green, because I think I might put some text in that color. Nice aqua joint. Let's see, where should we put it? I think I'm gonna put it right here. Break up the yellow just a little bit. Yeah, not too much, just a little something. All right, and let's see, where do we want to put that layer? I like how that blends. That does look nice. I don't want it on top though, so okay. I like that. I'm gonna rock with that. Okay. Now we have a base. I've been working more on trying to be organized with my layers, so let's do this. We're gonna take all of our gradient, like background base color layers. We're gonna throw all of those into a folder. You saw that I just kind of clicked on all of what I wanted to use and just drug it down to this folder icon. It will automatically put it in a group for you. Then we're gonna name that group background colors. All right, these are background singers. Do wop, do shoo wop 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 wop. All right. Yeah, actually, no, I have some music. Let me throw my music on. I'm feeling a vibe right now. I'm gonna pause Myron just in case that's distracting. Got a little copyright-free music going on in the background. All right, let's get back to the work. Here we go. Now, I like these little dots that they have going on back there. So let's make some of those dots. We're gonna make a couple from scratch. Can I go and just download some dots? Yes, I absolutely can. Am I going to? No, because that's not the point that I'm making right now. So what we are going to do is go to our elliptical marquee tool right here. We're going to make a tiny little dot. Let's see, how many of those do they have? 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so they have 40 of those because 4 times 10 is 40. And we're going to make it white. So I'm going to, on my Mac, click Control, let's go layer. Now, I technically could have just clicked on all of those white ones, but actually I should have made a new layer. Here we go. New layer. We're going to call it white dots. Man, with the ads in the background. Interrupted my music. There it is. There's my music. It's back. All right. Okay. Now we have a new layer. We have a fill option. Let's go fill. Color. White. Which is also hashtag FFFFFF. is always pure white. Boom. Now that is white. All right. I'm going to take that dot. I'm going to go Command J. And it's so small I can hardly even move it over. Right. Let me move it over. Here we go. I'm just going to delete that one and we'll copy this one because it's a little bigger, and then we'll resize it. I moved it over. Command J. Moved it over. Command J. Yes, this is the long way, but you wouldn't believe, and you might be one of these people, but you wouldn't believe how many people like only know the shortcuts. They have no idea how to create shapes and things from scratch. You know, when it's time to actually design. All right, if you hear little people in the background, my kids are at work with me today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lost count for a second, y'all. Here we go. 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to click the top one, hold shift, click the bottom one so that it selects everything. I'm going to go command, not command. I'm going to go control click, merge layers. Boom. Now there's only one layer. We're going to command J and copy that. I think let's put a little more space in between there. I guess that's about right. Something like that. Let's go with that. Here we go. I'm gonna click the both of these, and then we're going to command J and collect the, look at that. Boom. Now we got 40 dots. Go ahead. And we're going to come back and we're going to merge these layers. Because why for not? Like that. So our layers are a little chunky, but it's okay. I kind of like it. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna make our layers slightly transparent. We're also not putting a picture on ours either. We do have another banner with Pastor's picture on it. We don't necessarily need his picture on like everything. Also, there are gonna be 2 banners in the balcony, and it might look weird, like just 2 pictures of him next to each other. Creepy. But I mean, some people do it. Hey, no judgment here. All right, so I'm messing with the opacity a little bit. Turn the opacity down just a touch. Look at that. Boom, there you go. Okay. A little subtle something. All right, now we've got this flash up there, but we're going to put that light leaks. You'll find like if you Google to get this little light right here, it might be called light beam or light leaks or light glare, if you want to Google that. Okay, so our theme this year is together. Let's do it together, actually. Let's do it. And I'm going to put together on a different text layer because I'm going to make it a different font all together. Different font altogether. Here we go. Could I just use a template? Yeah, absolutely. Sure I could. Just take somebody else's work and slap my stuff on it. And I'm not against templates. I mean, obviously I'm using one for inspiration, but for certain things like a banner, for example, something that's gonna be large, it's gonna be a staple in the sanctuary, you're gonna look at it every Sunday, like you gotta put a little special sauce on that. Now, you know, when you get to like social media posts or, you know, maybe like event flyers or something, I mean, like, cool, do some templates or whatever, but like you're gonna have people visiting your church, you're gonna have, you know, visitors and maybe guest churches or whatever. Like, you don't want to put the main thing that everybody sees as soon as you walk in the sanctuary, something that you can see anywhere else online, because you just kind of copied and paste. I'm not really into that. And so even if you do use a template, like, just try to put your own spin on it, you know? Make it original, because why not? All right, let's see. I want something scripty. I want something, let's see. I really like Black Sword, but we're not gonna go with Black Sword. Water. Here we go. Okay, Mr. Sansfort. I downloaded a new font the other day, and now I can't even remember the name of it. That's whack. Let's see. Francesca. I kind of like that, to be honest. That's nice. Let's see. Griffont. Highlander. I like. Let's see. Male love. No, we want something like kind of loving and that sort of thing, though. So, but not too feminine. I think it started with a B. Whatever I downloaded. Let's see. Bevis New. Oh no, that's not what I'm looking for.
I trick you.
Let's see. Annabelle. Every time I read the Annabelle font, that makes me think about the movie, and I don't think I've used it since. Let's see. I kind of like the brush feel on this together, but I don't think it's as easy to read as it should be for like a banner. So let's keep going. What about Crasher script? I like that. I kind of like that. All right. And actually, I'm going to make together white. Okay. Also, let's see how it looks in all caps. Sometimes fonts don't look good in all caps, so you gotta. And that's one of them. That's not given. That's not giving what I wanted to give. But I do think I want it in all caps. Let's see. Maybe not. Let's experiment, y'all, together. I'm gonna make that a little smaller. A little smaller. Some more smaller. We actually can go over here to our properties as well. So you see these tabs over here on the right? I'm not assuming everybody just knows how to use Photoshop. So let me go use properties. That is how you can change your size. You can change the space in between the letters. You can spread out your text. You see this T here with the arrows at the bottom? That is how you just make it wider. That makes the entire thing wider, but it maintains like kind of the integrity of the letters, the fonts. But when you click where it says VA with the arrows at the bottom, this will space out your letters. Okay, and it looks a little different. The A over A here, where you see the arrows on the side, this controls the space. This downstairs. This controls the space between the lines. All right. And then there's one more thing that I can click on sometimes, but it's not showing up. It's where this little O is here, and then sometimes you can click on it where you see the A. Like all of these here are ways that you can manipulate the fonts. Sometimes it's an option. Some fonts don't allow it. Sometimes it's not an option. All right, so let me bring this back together. Haha, together. I'm gonna have fun with that all year. Here we go. Trying to think, do I want together right in the middle? Do I want it off to the side? Do I want it on this side? Let's try it over here. Let's try it over here. And expand it a little bit. And let's put us a drop shadow on it. We're gonna make our drop shadow a nice comfy steel gray. It's a little bit darker than steel gray, but.
A blue navy hoodie.
And then let's spread it. Pull the sides out a little. We're gonna also change the distance. We don't really want it on top of the letters. We want it below the letters. And pull back a bit on the spread and clean it up. We don't want it too foggy under there. I don't think foggy is a technical term, but I like to use it. There we go. Which basically is the difference between, when I say we don't want it too foggy or spread it out too much, when you look like up under the E's, for example, you can see a clean line. The more I drag this, the more blurry it is versus it being clean. And I want more of a clean look. Okay. I want more of a clean look, so that's what we're aiming for, and I think that's about what I want right there. Maybe I'll drag in play with the distance a little bit. Nah, that's cool. Let me leave it alone. All right. Cool. And actually, I think on this layer, I'm going to get my brush tool and I'm gonna darken up that blue just a touch. Just so that we can make it a little bit more dramatic, particularly coming into our word here. Because I want it to pop, you know? Let's make it poppy. Just a touch. Okay. All right, cool. Now we don't need to put address or anything like that on there because it's inside the building, which means you already know where you are and you made it here, hopefully safely. All right, so I'm gonna lift up my background colors. I don't need that fully exposed and extended. Now let's do it part. We're gonna also make that white, and I think I'm going to, let's play with the font on that. I want it kind of a little more blocky. I went with Anton. I like Anton. It's easy to read. It's bold, but not too chunky. And then I want to put a little curve on this. I want to put a little arc on it. And so I think I'm going to put it over the together. So when you click warp text here, you can manipulate how much of a bend is on there. I don't want too much of a bend. I just want it to kind of fit right over that T. And we're gonna tilt it. And then I'm gonna go back and play with that bend. Here we go, click this little symbol right here. And then go over, which is like weird because sometimes it seems like your stuff is moving around, but it's not. There are just multiple ways to do the same thing is really what it is. All right, I think that is about right. And actually, I'm gonna go over here to our properties, and I'm just gonna spread it out a little bit. Spread it out. Spreading the letters out sometimes makes it easier to read. Like you might have a font that seems difficult to read, but you know, maybe you just needed to spread it out a little bit, and you just, you know, can kind of play around with things that way. So we're going back to our T because I want to adjust my bend just a little bit. And
Who's making a noise?
I think that's cool.
What?
All right, hold on, everybody. So we got another little curve here, and then I think that's about right. That's cool for me. I'm gonna go with that, and then so we can start wrapping this up here. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna Google, let's see, people working together. We got images. Let's see if we see anything that. That's kind of dope. Alright, I'm gonna save image. And I'm just doing this the quick way. I do actually have like a Envato membership and stuff like that. I do like to use those for graphics, particularly when I'm doing something where like you're gonna clearly see the graphics. But this is going in the background and all that, so. Extend this over. It didn't come over like I wanted it to. I'm losing my pages and stuff. All right, here we go. I'm still trying to get used to this whole live thing. Like, I make so much, but rarely go live. So I'm actually gonna lock that because I just moved it by accident, and I don't want to keep doing that. So let's lock this layer too. You go to that little lock over there, and that's how you lock it. All right, now we're gonna take this. We're gonna blow it up. Blow it up. Blow up, Shuey. Okay, now, normally I would not recommend that you distort the image like that or whatever, but it's gonna be a nice little filler background joint. And I'm gonna set that to luminosity, soft light, and we're actually gonna put that back there. Let's see. Which one? What is the goal that I'm aiming for? Okay, if I go luminosity, you know what? Let's set that to normal, and then instead we're gonna manipulate our color layers. We're gonna set this one on overlay. Color, okay. We're gonna set this one to set that one to color. Let's set this one to color. And set this one to color. Did I set the other one to color? They're all on color. Alright, cool. And then actually the other thing I'm going to do is rasterize this layer and delete the background. So we're going to go over here to our magic wand tool. And by the way, you cannot manipulate the layer unless you rasterize it first. Set our magic wand and then delete the background. Like so, like that, as Auntie Tab says. Here we go. There we go. And let's get that little slither of white right in there. Boom. We're going to delete all that. Cool. Alright. I'm actually going to melt that out a little bit. Fade it out. I'm going to add one more layer. And put this one in the bottom because as you can see they're all picking up on the white layer in the back, and we do not want that. So let me get my paint bucket. I'm gonna give it a solid color to work with. Add a gradient on that. Alright, and gotta take a call right quick. Give me a second, I'll be back. All right, back. Okay. I am different. Like instead of that orange, I kind of like it with the luminosity and set this maybe to I'm gonna move on because I could play with layers forever. I like that subtract kind of. Alright, I like that. I'm gonna go with that for the moment. Play with that gradient one more time. Instead of the black, let's go with the gold since we took the gold away. Get a little faint gold in there. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Moving on. Let's unlock these two layers, but they should be together, so I'm gonna hold shift, click both of them, click control, and right click, and we're gonna link these two layers so that no matter how much I move them around, they stay together. Together. Alright, so we have together there like that with our dots. I think I'm gonna make our dots just a little bit more transparent. I'm gonna do our line down at the bottom. Let's lock that now that we have it in place where we want it. I'm gonna make our dots a little more transparent. I'm actually gonna slap a little color on them joints. I like that variation there. I'm gonna change it to be gold on the one side and kind of fade into that blue. Alright, it's coming together. Sometimes it take a lot of fidgeting and whatever before you Like there are times where you have a clear idea, you know exactly what you want, and then there are other times where you're like, let me just start getting busy. Sometimes that's the most difficult part when it comes to designing, because especially if you have a timeline, you can't always wait until you have inspiration, and so you got to get in here and just start doing something, and you know, until it clicks, till it makes sense to you, and most importantly, until you can until you're able to come up with something that you're proud of. All right. Yeah, that's coming along. I think it could use a touch more green. Just so it can be a little poppy. All right. See, got a little, just enough difference from the background to, you know, stand out. Here we go. All right, now we need a new layer, and I'm actually gonna, let's see, let's create layers and we'll go back and organize as we add more layers. So I'm gonna call this the color line, and we're gonna draw a line down here. Control click, control right click, and we're gonna fill that line with color. It can be white, it doesn't matter. If you accidentally make it some awful color you don't want, it's fine. You can always change the color. So like have that foreground color there, and I'm just gonna click on our paint bucket and change the color like that right there. Alright, and we actually can make it just a touch darker because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make the text in this box white, and I want it to be able to stand out. We don't want that color though. That's not pretty. I'm not loving it. Right, that's a little better. Okay. I'm still gonna move it a little bit. And put a little transparency on it. Just a little bit, just a little bit. It sounds like Christmas music. They got me listening to. All right, now we need a new text layer. We're not going with Crasher Script. We're going to, let's go with Anton so we can maybe keep some consistency. Even though I don't hate this green on that gold orange color, but that's not what we're aiming for. All right, now let me look at my notes and see what this banner is supposed to be saying. It's supposed to be saying together. I'm actually going to do this in all caps. Together we can, and together we will. Together we are. All right. Okay. Let's put a little space in between these letters. There we go. You can pull it in closer. Just put a little space in between it. That's all you gotta do. I see I got a typo. Please, please, y'all, double, triple, quadruple check your work, because, you know, you're human, you can make mistakes.
It's not working. It's not working.
Okay. I'll check on it. All right. That's cool right there. I can always resize the together. Keep in mind it's going to be 7 feet long, so it does not have to be gymongous and huge, because it's already going to be gymongous and huge. All right, let's make that white. Gonna put a drop shadow on it. Pull that distance in just a touch. And actually, I think I like that color for our drop shadow. Something like that. First we need a little green, now we need a little more blue in there. Okay. Alright, lunch is definitely over. I didn't make it to the other project during our live at lunch, but, well, maybe I can make it to it. But I'll have to just abandon this for just a moment and come back to it. Did want to get a chance to show you guys the other project I was working on. Maybe that'll be a separate video. Yeah, that could be a separate video. And you know what? I'm gonna drag this right out to the edge. Like that.
I broke it when I was running.
Okay. It's okay.
It took apart.
Kind of like the sideways thing going on here. Let's take that up.
Cause I
Alright, and maybe we should move this up. Like that.
Mommy. Okay.
Okay. Oh. I don't want all that now. Alright, let's lock our color line for now. I'm not sold on it, but it's coming along. I don't know that I love these people in the background either. Let's see what do they have that posted my wall? Okay, so this is one of the other banners that I did. You can see the similarity in colors. I'll tell you what, let's copy. I'm going to copy and resize so that I'm not messing up the other one, but I'm going to take all of this stuff out and just download the background because I like that picture better. One of these days it's going to download. Man, it's taking forever, like light years. Sheesh. Man. Oh, you know what? I think I'm downloading a video anyway. Yeah, I don't want it to be a video. I just want to... Just the... Yeah, let's delete that. And we want it to be poster landscape. We can resize that. Don't want the MP4, I want the JPEG. Here we go. Oh, that's moving faster. That's what I'm talking about. Roll that beautiful bean footage. It's still dragging a little bit. Let me see how we doing online. Man. Oh. That's what I'm talking about. Hey. I know that's right. All right. Okay. Let's get our positioning right. Okay. And our dots are popping. Come on, little dots. Where are we gonna put these little dots? Do we want them there or we want them Maybe I should put them back where they were and stop messing up stuff. Alright, and we do need to bring it down a little bit to account for bleed for the edges and for the fact that it has to like actually be hung. So I want to make sure we can see all of it, so let's give ourselves a little space. Come in a little bit. Alright, let's block that down right there. Let's do it together. Bring it in a touch. I like that. I like that. Okay. It's doing something. It's doing something. And we actually, as much as I like our background, we're gonna fade it out a touch. We're gonna take that and let's turn all these off for now. I like that. Leave that one on. Okay. Okay. And then let's see.
Fat 4 when I get home.
Yeah, you can.
Fat 4 is a movie.
Okay, and we did not put a drop shadow on. Let's do it, and we should. And let's actually go from that lighter to maybe a slightly. Actually, let's sample this blue underneath here instead of the gray. And we're going to do the same thing for the word together. There we go. Let's get a little matchy-matchy going on. And I'm actually going to change the opacity on that a little bit. Well, I don't want it to disappear, but Let's just soften it up a touch. Okay. Now we need to adjust our color line because we moved some things around. Alright, and I think I still like that drop shadow on our text down at the bottom, but I'm just going to reel it in just a touch. Pull the distance in a little close so it's not so dramatic. Make it clean. Okay. I don't think this is the font for us either, y'all. Let's try something different. Kind of like that a little bit.
Yeah, look. Skin. Because it hurt me. I'm gonna bleed. Yes, it's going here.
I don't know, what y'all think?
It's perfect.
I'm back to this Crasher script. I don't know. I like it and then I don't like it all at the same time.
Can you move? No. But I don't need enough space.
He was in the chair first. You can't make him move. Get another chair.
I don't have a chair. I don't have a chair anymore.
Find one.
What I see with myself. Look.
Alright.
No. Well, boys don't have peppermint. But they're even too hot.
Okay.
That's relaxing me up. Now it can't choke me now. Ah, so cracked it. I want to make it a boat. I wanted to make a boat. You want to make a boat with me? You want to make a boat with me? Yeah. And I hit the seat. I said, I hit the seat. Hit the seat. Hit the seat. Here's what we need for the progress. Got the bug.
Keep doing it.
Oh, what the? They're flying. I got soap. Where the butterflies? They're not bugs. They're butterflies. They're bugs.
It's actually dust, y'all. It's just dust. My kids are playing with dust. Sheesh. Alright, together we can, together we will, together we are. Alright. Okay.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
Let's see.
Out of the way.
Alright. How about these? Okay. Meh. Meh. Alright, here we go. Let's unlink.
Over there. I said over there. Your sword. It's going to be broke. The sword is broke. I'm going to kill your sword. Yeah. I got your sword. Hi, mister. Hi, mister. How about you? Boom, fight. Let's have some hide. You hide.
Alright.
Boom, fight. I hide, you can't. Count, little one. Count, little one. Count, little one. We'll play hide and seek. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Count, I hide.
Stay put. unlock the layers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I come. Right here. Look at he's right there. Found you. That's a good hiding spot. Let's get the weapon. Let's take a weapon. Let's stick in the wall.
There we go.
Let's stick in the wall. Let's climb up the wall. Let's climb up the wall when we got spider powers. We got spider powers.
All right. Now we can
Let's go
delete.
down we go. Please. Let's go down we go.
This is
Let's
what
make-
we're left with.
Let's make 4 pieces.
You know, I'm just kind of noticing that kind of auburn color in the background.
Want to slide with
I
us?
think I'm going
Yeah.
to
We
play off
want to
that.
play slide. Oh no! There's a mirror. Everyone, slide down. What are we there? There's a mirror up in the sky. Everyone, take cover. Take cover. The mirror's coming. Right here, right here. Right here. Oh no, our beagles. Pop tower. Our beagles in the pop tower is gone. It's gone.
Oh, what if we
What happened?
do it? Because I kind of see like 2 colors in there now.
Our beagles is gone because the mirror right our pop tower. Was destroyed. Our slide. Our poster. Oh, we can make a new one. This is the pop tower. It's as new. We made a new one. We made a new one. The tower and mirror. Jared goes on the left, and Corey goes on the right. Tara goes on the left, and Jory goes on the right. Okay, let's just do this. We watch Miss Little Mongoose.
Mm-hmm.
I need to watch Little Mongoose. Look at that, some bugs.
Okay.
Watch out, there's some bugs over there. What's the snake? I'm so scared of them. You gotta get your power neck and take them away. Outside. Now they can get wet in the water.
Think
They can get wet in the muddy puddle.
that's what we're
But the
looking
bugs
for
can't
there.
go in the muddy puddle, but they're still there. They still cute as if I got to kill you.
Okay.
Hey, Isaiah, stop. Stop, Isaiah.
Hmm.
You're funny.
Okay. I think I'm feeling this.
Isaiah, this is a deal.
Make that just a little bit darker.
Look, Mommy, look at that. I made a silly masterpiece.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mommy, it's a shadow of my hand.
Alright, let's export this.
I got spider powers. I got bats. Look at my hands, Mommy.
I see it.
Look,
I think I
my
will
hands.
add an additional drop shadow to spread. Make that opacity.
Look, Mommy. Look.
Just so it
I
can
got some
stand out a
shadow.
little bit.
Boo! Scare you. I scare you, Mommy.
There we go. Now from a distance, that together is going to pop out. And that's what we want. I'm gonna resave that.
Bye.
All right. That's the end of one. Gotta start packing up to get out of here. I'll be back with another